Chapter 4: A Hidden Wish. Morning songbirds offered their gentle melodies beneath a crystal-clear sky, as the long rains finally released their gentle hold on the world. The fresh morning air carried whispers of new beginnings, while grass and trees shared their most brilliant emerald hues. Sora sat peacefully by the window, watching the tranquil garden and awaiting his dear friends. That morning, as if answering Sora's silent wish, Pepper, Fluffy, and Lily arrived from the village like gifts from the dawn. Overjoyed to reunite after the long rains, the kittens played with pure delight in the garden's muddy canvas. Their happy voices painted the air with joy as they splashed and bounded, releasing all their stored sunshine. As the warm afternoon sun climbed higher in its azure path, the kittens found refuge in the cool shadows of the great tree. Gazing up at the peaceful sky above, Sora spoke softly, "The sun's embrace grows warmer now. I think tomorrow's garden will wear a different face." Fluffy, his coat still decorated with patches of mud, nodded with gentle understanding. "You speak truth. The garden already begins its transformation." Luna and Lily shook their coats with playful grace, sending tiny clouds of dried earth dancing in the golden light. As everyone rested in the cool sanctuary of shade, Pepper's voice suddenly sparkled with purpose. "I know of a magical place. Remember Harold's special garden? I believe a river sings beyond that mysterious forest. Shall we discover its song?" Everyone had noticed Pepper's unusual quietness throughout the morning. His mention of the forest again surprised them, like an unexpected ripple in a calm pool. The last time he had spoken of it, Lily had offered her gentle wisdom about waiting until they had grown stronger. Lily spoke with soft concern, sensing something different flowing beneath Pepper's words. "I remember the water's gentle music from that day, but perhaps we should wait until our paws have grown more sure." Sora added his quiet thoughts. "The water's song reached my ears too, but Harold shared his wisdom about the forest's mysteries." Luna and Fluffy exchanged glances that held tiny shadows of worry. None of the kittens had forgotten their first glimpse of the forest's deep mysteries. They had carefully kept their distance since that day, respecting its ancient secrets. Pepper lowered his head for a thoughtful moment, like a flower closing at twilight. Then, without warning, he darted toward the forest's edge as if pulled by an invisible thread. The others startled at this unexpected flight. Though Pepper sometimes acted on sudden inspiration, he always tried to understand his friends' hearts. His soul held such gentleness and warmth. The kittens swiftly followed their friend's path, but Pepper's determined paws carried him ahead like autumn leaves in the wind. He crossed Harold's peaceful garden sanctuary and reached the forest's mysterious edge. The song of flowing water whispered ancient secrets from within the shadows. The forest stood before them like a guardian of mysteries. Though their hearts fluttered with gentle worry like butterfly wings, they couldn't abandon their dear friend. Drawing a breath deep as courage itself, Pepper stepped into the forest's embrace. As he walked through the quiet realm, following the water's enchanting melody, Pepper's mind danced with memories that had led him to this moment. The first time he had spoken of the forest, he had merely wished to wear courage's bright cloak. But today carried different colors in its heart. Pepper shared a warm home with a kind father and his precious daughter. The daughter had lost her mother in early spring, but her father had wrapped her in endless love like a protective blanket. Sometimes when the daughter's eyes held quiet loneliness, her father had presented her with a special birthday gift, a beautiful little bird whose spirit sparkled like morning dew. The bird's name was Coco. She was a clever yellow bird who brought smiles to all hearts by mimicking their words with playful grace. She had become woven into the very fabric of their family's joy. But lately, their cheerful Coco had grown quiet as winter shadows. When Pepper gently inquired about her sadness, she shared stories of a special pink pebble. This precious stone held beautiful memories of days spent with her brothers and sisters, like sunshine captured in stone. She believed it still waited patiently in their old tree home, keeping their memories safe. Pepper had offered his help in finding this treasure, but Coco shook her head with gentle resignation. She worried about bringing shadows to the daughter's bright spirit and causing trouble for her friend Pepper. She also feared the vast open sky's dangers that awaited her delicate wings. "I know seeing the pebble won't change time's gentle flow," Coco had whispered with quiet wisdom. "But I long to hold it once more, to touch those precious memories of family joy." Pepper's heart ached like autumn leaves falling as he watched his friend's spirit grow heavier each day. Even after the long rains had passed into memory, Pepper carried this worry like a precious burden. Though Lily and Fluffy had invited him to share and play with Sora and Luna, his thoughts remained with Coco like faithful shadows. Suddenly, a beautiful bird's melody floated like gossamer through the morning air. Looking skyward, he saw the red roof where birds often gathered like autumn leaves. In that crystal moment, Coco's precious words about her old home danced through his memory. "We shared our days in a wonderful tree by a singing river in the forest's heart," she had whispered. "From our branch, we could see the whole village sleeping beneath a red-roofed house. The man who lived there seemed like winter with his great beard, but his heart held summer's warmth. He always shared nature's treasures with us in his magical garden." Pepper's heart quickened like spring buds opening as understanding blossomed. Surely this must be the place where Coco's precious memories slept, waiting to be awakened. The tree guarding her cherished pebble must stand somewhere near this forest river's song. Though Pepper's heart yearned to begin the search immediately, the forest's mysterious shadows had given him pause. He had asked his friends to share this journey, but none wished to step into those ancient shadows. He understood their hesitation. It echoed in his own heart like distant thunder. Finally, gathering courage like morning light, he chose to walk this path alone. His friends, not knowing the precious purpose behind Pepper's quest, followed as far as the forest's gentle edge. As they wondered whether to venture deeper into mystery, Fluffy's keen eyes caught movement among the distant trees. "Look, there walks Pepper," He called like a soft bell in the silence. They called to their friend with voices full of care, but the forest symphony carried their words away like autumn leaves. Soon, Pepper's form melted into the forest's embrace like morning mist. If they didn't follow their hearts now, their dear friend might become one with the forest's mysteries. Sora's voice trembled like a dewdrop as he spoke. We must find our Pepper. Though uncertainty painted their hearts, Luna, Lily, and Fluffy chose to join this quest for their precious friend. Led by Sora, with Lily, Luna, and Fluffy following like stars in formation, they stepped into the forest's realm. The earth felt different beneath their paws, like walking on dreams. Unknown melodies made their whiskers tremble, but they encouraged each other with gentle purrs. Following Pepper's tiny paw prints like a trail of starlight and a growing song of water, they passed through a curtain of leaves into open air as fresh as morning. They had crossed the forest threshold safely, like emerging from a dream. A vast plain stretched before them like a sea of grass, with a gentle river weaving silver ribbons through the land. Another forest stood beyond the river, which flowed between the two woodland realms like a peaceful boundary. As they walked across the emerald plain, they called Pepper's name with all the love in their hearts. But as the sky painted itself in evening's gentle hues, their voices grew tired as sleeping flowers. Soon they would need to turn their paws toward home's warmth. Worried about their missing friend, Sora remembered Pepper's words about the river's song. He decided to explore near the riverbank, where water met earth in eternal dance. The bank rose like a gentle hill above the water, with a wide, sandy beach spread below like a golden carpet. As Sora gazed through the swaying grass, wonder filled his heart like morning light. Below lay beautiful patterns created by stones and ancient branches in the sand, like nature's own artistic signature. Luna, Lily, and Fluffy joined their friend, drawn by his silent amazement. While they searched the peaceful plain, Pepper had been carefully examining the sandy riverbed for Coco's precious pebble. He knew exactly what treasure to seek, a pink pebble decorated with two special dots, blue and red, like two siblings sharing a gentle embrace. Though Pepper searched for the great tree from Coco's memories, the long rains seemed to have carried it away like a dream at dawn. So he examined every stone with careful devotion, moving downstream like a leaf on water. Just when hope began to fade like twilight, his eyes found an ancient log half buried in the singing sand. Drawing closer, he discovered a hollow partially filled with time's gentle gifts. With infinite care, like uncovering a butterfly's wing, Pepper cleared away the sand. There, catching evening's golden light like a captured star, lay the special pink pebble. Lifting it with tender reverence, Pepper whispered, "I found it, dear Coco." As he looked up, joy dancing in his heart, he finally saw his friends watching from the riverbank like guardian angels. Though they called to him with voices full of relief, the river's song carried their words away like autumn leaves. Pepper walked toward his precious friends, his heart ready to share everyone, forgive me." But their expressions suddenly transformed into masks of fear like frozen moonlight. Their eyes fixed on something moving behind him like a shadow come alive. When Pepper turned with gentle slowness, a great snake's shadow fell across his path like twilight made solid. The mighty serpent had approached with silence itself as its companion, ready to claim its prize. Just as Lily and Fluffy squeezed their eyes shut like flowers at night, a sharp cry split the air like lightning. Opening their eyes with trembling care, they beheld Sora lying near Pepper like a fallen star. The great snake, startled by this unexpected dance, slipped away into Shadow's embrace. Pepper stood frozen beside his unconscious friend like a statue touched by moonlight. When danger had reached for Pepper with dark fingers, Sora had leaped between them like light-piercing shadow. For the first time, the kittens truly understood like flowers opening to dawn. How precious and delicate life's thread could be. And how beautiful it was to share this dance of existence together. With Sora sleeping in twilight's embrace and Pepper lost in silence, even the usually serene Lily sat trembling like leaves in autumn wind. Luna, who had witnessed everything with crystal clarity, kept her courage bright and ran toward Harold's house with Fluffy like arrows of hope. As Luna raced across the moonlit plain, her mind danced with what she had seen. When Sora had leaped to become Pepper's shield, the star mark between his eyes had bloomed with light like a newborn star. Though questions about this magic sparkled in her mind like morning dew, Luna focused on bringing help to her beloved brother. Harold, who had been searching for his little family, followed Luna and Fluffy without hesitation when he saw worry painting their faces. Finding signs of the great snake's passage, Harold understood what shadows his precious ones had faced. He gathered Sora in arms gentle as morning mist and led everyone safely toward home's welcoming warmth. At home, the mother cat watched over Sora with love's endless patience. Harold tended him with touches soft as flower petals until finally, like dawn breaking, he opened his eyes. Everyone's faces brightened like stars appearing at twilight. Pepper, Luna, Lily, and Fluffy celebrated with joy pure as spring water. Pepper approached Sora, his heart overflowing like a river in spring. Sora was all he could whisper through tears that fell like gentle rain. Sora offered a smile warm as summer sunshine and said, "I'm so thankful you're safe, dear Pepper." In this precious moment, wrapped in twilight's gentle embrace, the kittens truly understood how deeply their hearts had become woven together, like stars sharing the same eternal sky.